What's up, you guys? This is another GR8 series. If you don't know from the last video, GR8 just means being ready to go. Just, being ready, no hesitation, having everything together, having all your tools. And this is just not for your barbers. This is for anybody. You can put your phone down and just listen, if you want to. But as far as the barbering part, I will be going over the T-Outliners. I'm just breaking it down and giving my take on the T-Outliners. And you guys stay tuned. We got so many more clippers, so much more to go over. It just goes on and on. But we're going to start from the bottom, and we're going with these T-Outliners right now. Hey, stay with me and stay GR8. Let's get it, baby.
All right, first we want to take our blades off, and we want to be very careful when taking these screws out. You can scrape your screw, so you want to find a screwdriver that fits perfectly inside that screw, because you're going to be taking these things on and off, trying to get the best adjustment as possible, the way you like your clippers to hit, until you find that, you don't stop. Don't be frustrated when you have to keep going back and forth, with these clippers, man. Get them to, your liking. Don't be frustrated, and that's including yourself too. You can't sit down with yourself a couple times and think, you're going to have it all figured out in life, and you're going to have to keep going back. You're going to have to reset. You're going to have to adjust. So, hey, be patient with yourself. Right here, we're looking at the tension arm. You can push this arm forward just a bit. You don't want to push it too far. Your blades won't function real well. It'll be too much tension pushing down towards that bottom blade. So you want to push it up just a little bit, just to give you, a little bit more pressure, and that's your tension screw right there. We got our cutting blades, and right here I'm about to show you that little part right there. You can take something like a wire brush, or just a flat surface that's like a tile finish, like a rock finish, and you can wipe that clean, like have that shiny finish to it. That's just some little touch-ups you can do to your right there where I'm showing you. You see how it's dark, how it's black? You can take that and you can kind of like scrub that off. Don't scrub it off too hard. You just want to have it like a shiny finish, because I've been using these, and so it needs that tune-up to them. I'm showing you the zero gap, which I already got these gapped up, pretty evenly. And you don't want that blade, that cutting blade, too far over the top of that bottom blade. And you see, that's how you check it, how I'm showing you right there. You check it sideways, put it up into some light right there. You see how I'm showing you? And that light is going to reflect off of that bottom blade to show you if it's too far over or too far under. You want it just right there on the top. And so as we putting these back together right here, that tension arm is going to be up. So you can't put this blade back on the same way you did before. So you got to put the bottom blade on first, and then slide that top blade over in there, and then tighten it up. You just want to be careful, man. You don't want to chip your blade. So just be careful. Don't try to put them both in at the same time, because you won't be able to. That tension blade is far up. And like I said before, you don't want to put too much tension. You don't want to push it too far up. You push it too far, you won't be able to get that blade in there. That's another way you could check. If you can't get that blade in, then hey, that's how you know you got it too far up. You just want a little bit, just a little bit. You will be able to adjust. You'll be able to adjust this by that tension screw once we get it on. I'm gonna show you here in a minute. But right here, what I'm showing you is all of these clippers are different. What I'm showing you right now is the tips, the end, the corner pieces, and that's what I'm adjusting. And these clippers, the way the engine hits, it pushes it one way and then it comes back. It pushes it to the right, I believe. I'm gonna say to the right, so right or left. It pushes it to the right. Yeah, what I'm pointing is push it to the right, all right. So it's not a such thing as being centered. You can't have these blades just straight in the middle and say they're centered. You have to see which way this blade, which way the engine is pushing. So if it's pushing to the right, you have to scoot it over to the left a little bit just to get it to where those corners won't bite your client, or bite you if you're cutting your own hair. So you have to adjust that tension arm over, unscrew it, untighten it like you see me doing right here. You have to unscrew that. And once you do that, you can push that tension arm over just a little bit. And once you see that it's hitting, because once you turn it on, it'll be centered in. It'll hit back and forth, and you'll see it won't be too far over to one side. It won't be too far to the other. Just take your time, get it right. Like I said, don't script these screws. You have to get them from the manufacturer. They don't sell them in the stores. So you have to wait for a while for these screws. And I'm turning these clippers on, just to see, as you see me testing against my hand. You don't want to really put it like on your arm or your wrist, because you'll scar your arm up. I got 2 scars on my arm right now from doing that. So I just kind of do it kind of carefully. And you can put it on your cheek also. It won't scar your cheek up. I don't know what it is about the wrist, but you'll feel it instantly on your cheek, and you won't feel it instantly on your arm. You have to push down a little bit, and by that time you get that, you already got a scar on your arm. So don't do that. And right here I'm showing you that tension screw. And the reason why you don't want to push that tension arm too far up when you have your blades off is because the tension screw actually puts more tension on it, and you can loosen it up. So what I'm showing you right now is that screw, and you want that, I'm about to show you, you want that gap in between right there. You want that gap to be a half moon. That's the I wouldn't say for everybody, it depends on how you like your clippers. But to get that perfect tension on it to where your clippers hit like you want them to, for me, it's been the half moon. And I'm adjusting them right now to that half moon. And this is what you're gonna have to do with your clippers. How you gonna learn your clippers, know what's going on, and for you to sit down with your clippers and tune them up the way it's a special feeling when that cut comes out the right way, And so, take your time. And like I said before, in life, you're gonna have to do the same thing with yourself. You're gonna have to sit down with yourself and figure it out mentally, and adjust some things in your life, just like I'm adjusting these clippers. As you can see, it's not a gap in between the tension arm and the blade. And I'm about to go down to a half moon to where I know this clipper will hit like it needs to get that crispy line that every barber wants. And this is not my first time sitting down with these clippers. I actually had these clippers like in between clients. And like I said, if it's not ready, I'll throw them to the side and get some clippers that do work. So, don't waste your time messing with clippers. I always have you a second pair of clippers that works correctly. So you can just pick those up and start back cutting and get back to these clippers which you need to adjust and work with. Keep 2 pair of every clipper that you got, no less than 2. Well, just don't have one set of clippers. Always have a backup. And I'm getting it right now. So see, that's about where you want it right there, like a half moon. A half moon right there in that little gap in between that arm, and that's gonna give you the tension that you need right there. And they good to go. They ready. and you won't feel any pinching. You can test it on your arm. Those corners, those T's right there is what I'm telling you that'll pinch you and hurt your arm. So try that on test it on your cheek. Cheek is a little bit more sensitive area. I think up under your arm is a little bit more tougher. So like I said, you don't want to walk around with scars all on your arm. But yeah, that's it. It's taking the hair off with ease, like they should. These are very good clippers. If you adjust them and tune them right, hey, you on your way. Hey man, stay in it. Stay GR8. Stay ready to go. Hey man, and follow these little things, man, to help you get to the next level right here. Keep it GR8.